When I speak about food, I am not talking about taste. I am talking about life. Disease does not come from nowhere. It comes from what we eat every day. If you give the body what it needs, minerals and natural food, the body will repair itself. Food is not entertainment. Food is medicine.
Most people get confused when they hear Dr. Sebi speak. He says, don't eat this, don't eat that, and people are left wondering, then what should I eat? That confusion is the reason for this video, because food is not supposed to be complicated. Dr. Sebi never believed in eating all day. He believed in eating with purpose. Eating to cleanse, eating to build energy, eating to remove disease-causing mucus. In this video, you will finally understand what Dr. Sebi explained about breakfast, lunch, and dinner. What to eat in the morning, what to eat at noon, and when the body truly wants a real meal. This is not a lecture. This is a simple daily guide. Straight from Dr. Sebi's own words. Stay with me, because once you hear this, your idea of food will never be the same again. Dr. Sebi always started with one simple truth. The body heals when it is clean, before heavy food, before taste, before pleasure. Elimination comes first. That is why his morning routine was never about eating a big breakfast. It was about feeding the body minerals. If you add heavy food, you stop that process. That is why he said, drink a big mug of sea moss, no sugar. Sugar destroys the purpose. Sugar feeds mucus. If sweetness is needed, only pure maple syrup, nothing artificial. After the sea moss, drink 2 glasses of clean water. That is the breakfast. No bread, no eggs, no meat, no coffee, just minerals and water. Then you go to work. The body already has energy when it is not overloaded. Dr. Sebi explained that most people think food gives energy. He said minerals give energy. Heavy food steals energy because the body must struggle to digest it. When the stomach is empty and clean, the nerves work better. The brain feels clear. That is why, honestly, many people feel lighter when they stop breakfast. This is not starvation. This is proper timing. Sea moss feeds the cells directly. It does not sit in the stomach. It does not ferment. It does not create acid. That is why it was central to his method. Many people make mistakes here. They add sugar. They add milk. They blend it with fruits early morning. That changes everything. Dr. Sebi was clear. Keep it simple. Sea moss, water, then movement. Let the body work. Around noon, your body, still isn't really asking for heavy food. Dr. Sebi said you could have a salad or fruit, but not both together. Mixing foods, well, it causes fermentation. Fermentation creates gas, and gas creates mucus. Fruit, honestly, should be eaten alone. Go for simple fruits, natural fruits, not those hybrid ones. A light salad is also an option. Leafy greens and natural vegetables are best. Try to avoid oil overload, vinegar, or salt-heavy dressing. Food should assist elimination, not block it. Lunch isn't meant to make you sleepy. It's meant to keep you light. That's why Dr. Sebi did not encourage large noon meals. Your body is active during the day, and blood is needed in your muscles and brain. Heavy digestion pulls blood into the stomach, and that's when people start to feel tired. This method, it really helps you avoid that. So the evening is when Dr. Sebi allowed real eating. This is actually when digestion is strongest. It's the time when the body can really break down food without stress. He spoke about mushrooms, natural mushrooms, not those cultivated chemical mushrooms. Mushrooms are both cleansing and filling. He also talked about squash. Squash is alkaline and supports digestion, plus it does not create mucus. And then he mentioned quinoa. Quinoa is a grain from South America. It's light, mineral-rich, and it does not behave like wheat. He also mentioned wild rice. Real wild rice, not polished rice. Wild rice is natural and it still carries life energy. These foods satisfy hunger without poisoning the blood. Dr. Sebi also spoke about a special mushroom called Djon Djon. It grows naturally in Haiti. It is powerful. When Djon Djon mushrooms are soaked in water, the water turns black. That color shows mineral release. Drinking that water supports the nervous system. It supports strength. It supports clarity. This is how natural food behaves. It gives without taking. Anything God made works with the body. Anything man-made works against it. That was his rule. This rule makes food choices easy. If it is processed, refined, or altered, it does harm. If it grows naturally, it supports life. He also mentioned spelt bread, not regular bread. Spelt is an ancient grain. It is easier on digestion. It does not behave like modern wheat. Even then, it is eaten in moderation. Dr. Sebi never encouraged overeating. He encouraged discipline. Eat when the body is ready. Stop when the body is satisfied. Food is not entertainment. Food is repair. When this method is followed, people notice changes. Digestion improves. Energy stabilizes. Cravings reduce. This is not a quick fix. This is a daily structure. Morning minerals, light midday nourishment, evening grounding foods. This is how when people first hear this way of eating, the biggest fear is weakness. They think they will feel tired. They think they will lose strength. Dr. Sebi explained that this fear comes from addiction, not nutrition. The body is addicted to heavy food, salt, sugar, oil, starch. When those are removed, the body protests. That protest feels like weakness, but it is actually withdrawal. When minerals enter the system, strength slowly returns in a different way. It is calmer. It is steady. It does not spike and crash. This is why people on this lifestyle report clear thinking and stable energy instead of sudden hunger. Another concern is hunger at night. Dr. Sebi did not ignore hunger. He respected it. That is why the evening meal matters. Mushrooms, squash, quinoa, wild rice, and spelt bread are not light snacks. They are real nourishment. They fill the stomach. They satisfy the body, but they do not clog the system. Mushrooms behave like medicine. They absorb toxins. They support elimination. Squash soothes digestion. It cools the body. It balances acidity. Quinoa provides structure. It gives strength to muscles without heaviness. Wild rice grounds the body. It brings a feeling of fullness without mucus. This combination allows the body to rest at night instead of struggling to digest meat or dairy. Dr. Sebi also spoke about simplicity in cooking. He did not promote complex recipes. The more complicated the food, the more stressed the body becomes. Steaming, light sautéing, minimal seasoning, natural herbs. That was his approach. Food should still taste good. He was clear about that. He said alkaline food is delicious. The problem is that people are used to artificial stimulation. Once the tongue adjusts, natural flavors become rich. This is an important transition. The first weeks require patience. Taste buds change, cravings fade, hunger becomes honest instead of emotional. One of the most powerful lessons he taught was timing. Not everyone needs the same amount of food. Not everyone needs to eat every day the same way. Some days the body wants more. Some days it wants less. Listening becomes important. When elimination improves, signals become clearer. Bloating disappears, gas reduces, stools change, skin improves, sleep becomes deeper. These are signs the body is responding. Dr. Sebi never asked people to suffer. He asked them to observe. The body speaks when it is no longer inflamed. People also worry about social life, work schedules, and family meals. Dr. Sebi understood reality. He did not say, isolate yourself. He said, make choices. You can still sit with people. You can still share meals, you simply choose differently. Fruit instead of dessert, salad instead of heavy sides, water instead of soda. These choices may feel strange at first, but the body rewards consistency. When you feel better, confidence replaces doubt. People stop questioning when they see results. Another important point he made was mental discipline. Food addiction is not only physical, it is emotional. People eat when they are stressed, when they are bored, when they are sad. This lifestyle exposes that behavior. That can feel uncomfortable, but it is also freeing. Once food is removed as emotional support, clarity increases. So many people actually report feeling calmness, reduced anxiety, and honestly, just better focus. And this isn't magic. It's simply the nervous system no longer being inflamed by constant digestion. Dr. Sebi also reminded people that, honestly, transition really matters. Someone coming from a heavy diet may not be able to jump fully at once, and that is totally fine. Removing one harmful item at a time still helps, like reducing meat, removing dairy, or reducing sugar. Each step lowers mucus, and each step improves circulation. There's just no punishment for slow progress. Consistency, honestly, matters so much more than speed. This way of eating isn't about strict rules. It's about alignment, aligning with nature and aligning with the body's design. When food works with the body, healing becomes normal. Not forced, not dramatic, just natural. And this is exactly why Dr. Sebi spoke with such confidence. He wasn't selling hope. He was explaining biology. When mucus leaves the body, disease loses its environment. When minerals return, strength is rebuilt. That's the true foundation of everything he taught. So, the most important thing Dr. Sebi wanted people to understand was that this lifestyle is not temporary. It's not a challenge, and it's definitely not a trend. It's actually a return to how the human body was designed to function. He often said that disease doesn't appear overnight, it's built slowly through wrong eating. And in the same way, healing also happens step by step. That's why patience is necessary. When people rush, they tend to panic at the first discomfort. But honestly, that discomfort is usually detox, mucus loosening, toxins moving, the body adjusting. This is totally normal when the system begins to clean itself. He also reminded people to really respect water. Clean water is not optional. Water moves waste out of the body, and without water, even the best food just can't heal. Drinking water between meals really matters. Not flooding the stomach during meals, but letting digestion work naturally. These small details really do make a big difference over time. Healing, it's not just about one herb. It's about habits that are repeated every single day. Another key lesson was, discipline without fear. Dr. Sebi never encouraged obsession. Instead, he encouraged awareness. Eating late at night every day, that actually creates strain. And overeating, even if it's alkaline food, creates stress. The body honestly needs rest. Sleep becomes so much deeper when digestion is complete. Many people notice that following this structure, it really does improve sleep quality. They wake up feeling clearer, lighter, and less inflamed. This is a sign that the nervous system is recovering. He also spoke about, listening to your body more than opinions. Everyone has advice, everyone has theories, but the body, it gives feedback instantly. Energy levels, bowel movements, skin, mood, these are signals. When the body responds positively, you continue. When it resists, you adjust. This makes the journey personal, not rigid, not religious, just practical. Dr. Sebi understood that modern life is stressful. Work, family, pressure. That stress affects digestion. Eating heavy food under stress worsens inflammation. This is why simple meals are powerful. They reduce internal burden. They allow the body to focus on repair instead of constant digestion. Over time, cravings change. Processed food loses appeal. Natural food feels satisfying. This is when people realize the change is permanent. So he also addressed fear around protein and strength. He explained that, honestly, real strength comes from cellular nutrition, not just from flesh. Minerals are what actually build tissue. Oxygen, on the other hand, supports muscle. And when blood is clean, muscles just perform better. Many people start to notice improved endurance, better recovery, and even less joint pain. This, honestly, is not accidental. Inflammation weakens strength, while alkalinity restores it. The final message Dr. Sebi shared was responsibility. No doctor heals you. No herb heals you. The body heals itself when conditions are right. Food is what sets those conditions. Every meal is a choice, either supporting life or feeding disease. And, this is not said to create fear. It's said to create power. When you understand this, food stops controlling you. You begin to control your health. This way of eating is really simple. Morning minerals, light nourishment during the day, grounding foods in the evening, clean water, rest, consistency. That is the structure Dr. Sebi explained, not to impress, not to confuse, but to free people from dependency on sickness. When followed with patience, the body remembers how to